So the next spot today is the Square of Liberty, Liberty Square. It's very interesting, a little bit controversial if you look at it that way. For us, I will try to make a point at the end explaining why I think this is normal and this is how it should be in every normal places. So right behind me, so we've got here a monument for the fallen Soviet soldiers who gave their life to free this city and this country from the German occupation at the end of the Second World War. So right now it's not the most popular thing to have a monument of for the Russian soldiers. However, this is part of history. So I know even in Hungary there is a debate: do we have to have a Soviet monument in the heart of Budapest or not? Well, I let anyone and everyone to decide for themselves. But as part of the Hungarian heritage and part of a Hungarian history, this is an important thing. And not even mention that we cannot and we should not erase history. So anyone who wants to erase history, take down statues, move a monument and put them in places where nobody can see them, it's basically erasing history, and that's never right. But as a contrast, what's important here is on the side of this monument you have here, or we have here, the US Embassy. So this is where the US Embassy is, and as I said, this place called the Liberty Square. Well, I can see only fences and barricades here. So experiencing liberty from their point of view, I think it's a little bit limited. But you know, I think that both statue and monument and this place, they can sit nicely next to each other. And if we go further, so now if I move further, then I'll show you another historical thing, which is, I think is quite important, and then that will give a proper concept and contrast to everything, how history can be screwed up, completely tangled in with various factors, various players, various events throughout even just the last 120 years, that is so difficult to comprehend and so difficult to make a judgment what's right, what's wrong, how things should be. But this is the past that is living with us. This is the past that we should not erase, rather learn from it. So I'm nearly there. The Hungarians are very strong on history, so everyone learns history because it basically we are living with our history. And can you imagine if, like, you don't like something, you just keep checking away, then at the end of the day you have nothing left. So now this is the next. Are we still on the same square? Of course, but this is the monument for those who died or fallen or was killed or taken during the Nazi occupation, during the German occupation. Families, friends, individuals, children, mothers, everything, and without any exception, who was not liked, accepted by the system of that time. So now we started on the Soviet monument. You see there's an American next to it, an American embassy, and then this is the German for those who died throughout the German occupation of Hungary. So I think every single country should be in peace with their legacy, with their history. It's all here still with us. We should not and we cannot change it, erase it, turn it around. We can't and should not lie about it, rather accept it, rather learn from it. Because if you are from a country that was war-torn so many times over the last sort of 100 years, not even mention the last 1,000 years, then you understand the price of life. You understand how every single event and every single day in your life change you, turns you, and make significant changes in your family and your individual life as well. So the only thing you can do is embrace it. See, there is a playground next to it. I don't want to go into playground, but this is the whole idea. So the children grew up with the history. They know exactly. They don't have to hide. They don't have to be shy from, oh, what happened here? What happened there? How did that happen? And they don't have the problem understanding that a same event can be deadly for opposite sides. The same event can be painful for both. So taking sides and saying, oh well, but he was right, or she was right, or they were right, or we are right, and not understanding that a same event can hurt both sides regardless of who's right or wrong. If children can learn that every action have consequences and you have to live with the consequences later on in life, and sometimes we don't do the right judgment, sometimes we don't do the right choice, sometimes we are led by those who have individual motives and they don't care what's right, what's wrong, then maybe we will be able to raise a better generation, a generation who will be more aware of the world and not fall into a trap of quick instant judgment based on the news feed on the Facebook and the news feed on the YouTube and the news feed on the Instagram, and they might be able to raise questions and say, well, this doesn't sound right. It seems like this is not good for either. What can we do? What shall we do? And where can they learn ideas? Well, they can learn from their own past because it's all right in front of them. They live in this place. They are surrounded their own history, their own life, and they can have a coffee, they can have a tea while they walk through the monuments that represent the death and suffering for millions, for decades, for 100 years. I find it a healthy way of teaching the next generation about responsibility, because you can point, did you see that? This is what happened. Let's not do it again. Can you see that? People died making this error of judgment or ignorance. Let's not do this again. And look at the world right now. Countries, people who don't respect their history, trying to steer things up again and not let the people actually think what's right, what's wrong. People who don't know history, they think they can just make quick decisions, quick judgment, and everything is painless, everything will be easy. There is no easy option if you want to survive. So please learn the responsibility and live with your past mistake, and especially learn from your past mistakes. So there is another lesson for today. I hope you enjoyed. Thank you for coming with me to a little tour in Budapest, and we'll wait for the next one.